everyone. Welcome to Reality Room Podcast with Paul
and Chris. Give me the latest on Big Brother 18 episodes 26 and 27.
That's right, guys. This is Reality Room Podcast, episode 32.
Wow, 32. This is what we've been waiting for. 32 episodes.
Okay, we said that last episode. We can't do that every episode. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the latest veto episode and the latest eviction episode. Mm-hmm. So last time we left off, we had Paulie and Corey just nominated by Victor.
Yep. Woo! Thank God!
Finally!
We wanted this.
And Paulie was in the DR crying about it, but it is what it is. So
stop crying.
Let's just get started with how it goes right away. So Paulie is obviously upset.
Paulie and Corey are upset, and they kind of confront Victor about the whole guidelines thing. And Victor says, this is pretty much the same thing. Like he can forgive, but he can't forget.
Yeah, exactly. And then you see like this little, I guess it was kind of an endearing scene. I guess it shows Paulie kind of, at least we know he cares about Corey. They were in the bathroom together.
And, Paulie was crying. He got really very emotional about it.
And he says, listen, if I win the veto, I'll use the veto on you.
Which is not true.
No, I don't know. Corey's like, dog,
no,
dog,
Paulie,
don't do it, dog.
No, Paul, it's not true.
Dog, don't do it, dog.
We've seen in the veto episode, this episode, that Paulie decides to snatch the veto from Corey. So that's not true.
Well, Corey talked him out of doing that. That's why. So listen, I'm not a Paulie apologist, but I hate Paulie too. But at least at that point in time, it seemed like he was serious about it, and Corey talked him out of it. So he says, "Listen, fight for your own game, and do you, dog." All right.
All right. So moving on to the episode, Paul, Natalie, Michelle, and James decide to rattle Paulie's cages a little bit by pretty much Paul just ignores him in the kitchen.
Yeah, right.
And Paulie's like confronting everybody. He's getting aggressive. He's saying, the fake tits conversation comes back up again with Natalie, and Natalie's confronting him about it, and he's kind of getting hit by all angles. And Paulie knows this.
Yeah, and Paulie in the diary room, he's like, listen, like they're doing a play out of my playbook, trying to rattle me before the veto competition. It just isn't going to work. So let's talk about the people playing in the veto competition.
It's everyone but Natalie and Michelle.
Yeah, basically everyone.
Natalie's hosting.
And Natalie's hosting. So big veto competition. Mm-hmm. Zingbot plops into the house, and it's not Zingbot 3000 anymore. After last season, they upgraded to Zingbot 9000. Pretty happy about that. Yeah. And it's Zingbot 2016, guys, which with our current choices isn't the worst.
I'd vote for him for president.
Yeah, I'd vote for him for president. Is he 35 though? Is he American? I don't know. So you want to talk about some of these zings, Chris? Some of them are pretty good.
So let's talk about Paul Zing.
Yeah, let's talk about Paul Zing.
So Paul Zing is saying that Paul talks about friendship. He says all these catchphrases, and then Zingbot says, I have a catchphrase that everybody would like. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and you have Zingbot making fun of Nicole for getting into a showmance with Hayden BB16, mm-hmm. her saying that she wouldn't do it again, BB18. Mm-hmm. And Michelle's was she was a crybaby version of a baby Zingbot. Yeah, it's just really funny. Mm-hmm. Some really good stuff there.
And Victor's too, with
Victor's
the whole
El Douchebago, something like that. And what was Paulie's? I forgot what Paulie's was.
Paulie's was something with Cody.
Oh, right. It's all about Cody this, Cody that.
Yeah,
no
he wasn't anything like his brother Cody.
Oh, yeah, right. Cody's the superior brother or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, if you go by game, that's probably true. Mm-hmm. He did get second place.
And the Natalie's was about her armpit, which is funny because we see in the live feeds at one point that she was that's how she was doing.
Oh, her deodorant.
Yeah, her deodorant.
And I've seen her
I've never seen her do that.
I've seen her waxing her stuff before on the feeds and stuff. I'm just you can change the camera. I don't want to see people waxing themselves.
So let's get to the veto competition. There's 6 people playing in it, and this veto competition is like last season when James won it. When Shelley and Clay were on the block. So they get prizes, awards, yada yada, and
didn't James take the 5K that season?
No, he didn't. He gave it to Becky to win the veto.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what season I'm thinking of then. Okay, so
that was season 16.
Oh, fucking season
17. I'm sorry, wrong.
It was season 17.
It was 17 with James, yeah.
So James did that too. Okay, so this is the second comp they had that. Okay.
So, first, Paul gets out. And Paul gets the veto.
Yeah. Right? Which, that's how they always do this fucking competition. Like they just give like the last place person the veto, and it's just like, oh hey, I won the power of veto.
Yeah.
And it's like in the diary room, and they're just like, oh hey, I won the power of veto. I wonder how long I get to keep it for. All right, calm down, big brother. You do the same fucking shit every season.
So then Nicole gets out, and then she ends up getting the spy.
Yeah, right. The security
detail.
Something like that.
And switches with Paul. So Paul keeps it.
Oh no, like I did not expect anyone to switch for the veto. Like I had no idea that was gonna happen. Like holy shit, like what the fuck, Chris? I have no, like what's going on?
And then Corey gets out, right?
Yeah, Corey gets out.
And then what is he gets the Patriarch one?
He gets the, what did Nicole get?
Nicole got the veto. Nicole has the veto.
Was it might have been the vacation.
Yeah, I think the vacation. Or something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was the vacation, and he traded for the veto.
Okay.
And then
Paulie
gets out. He gets the Ameritar.
Yeah, and switches with Corey for the veto, which we were talking about before.
It's $1.5 million switches basically.
It's everyone switching.
Everyone's switching for the veto,
except for James.
If they were smart, like if Corey was smart, he would have kept the vacation.
Yeah.
Because like he wasn't gonna end up the veto anyway, especially with Paulie and Victor still left. But, to each their own. So then James gets out.
James gets the $5,000, and this season he decides to keep the money.
Yeah, and Victor wins the veto competition. Now I actually liked this veto competition.
It was fun.
A lot.
It was fun just to watch it.
Because I don't know if you guys know this, I'm a big political guy, so I see like all these electoral votes and shit. I'm like, oh, this is pretty sweet.
That's cool.
And I see all these scandals, which actually do happen fairly often in reality, way more often than you think they do. A lot of times it just gets swept under the rug.
Yeah.
But it was funny seeing like, Victor not Victor. I mean Zingbot was caught like zinging someone or whatever. Was caught stealing zings.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is great. Reminds me of Joe Biden back in 2008 with the plagiarizing thing and Trump's wife doing that this year.
So let's talk about Paulie trying to convince. This wasn't in the episode, which I was very surprised about. But in the live feeds, Paulie tries to convince Victor to use the veto to save Corey, so Natalie would go up in the replacement as a replacement nominee. And Victor doesn't want to do that because Victor wants to guarantee the votes for Paulie to leave.
Yeah,
he's way smarter than that. He's thinking strategically. He wants Paulie out.
Yeah, and I understand where Paulie's coming from here. Like at this point, he knows that he's the dead set target. Mm-hmm. So the best that he could try to do is try to get Corey off the lot, which is just not going to happen. Yeah. Victor is so dead set on getting his revenge plot, and what better way to do it than have Paulie up against his main boy?
Yep. So let's talk about the veto meeting because Victor decides not to use it, and Paulie and Corey are up on the block together.
I can forgive, but I
cannot forget. And that was so rewarding.
Yeah,
like when he said reminiscing
of week 3
of the second eviction in the house.
Yeah, third eviction.
Well, yeah, third eviction, but it was just like the icing on the fucking cake. And Karma's a bitch.
It's like a cake that just says bye, Paulie.
Yeah.
Bye.
Someone on Twitter put that, but I don't know.
Did they really?
Yeah, they did.
Love you, Twitter.
So that ends that episode. I don't think. Is there anything we haven't covered in Wednesday's episode?
I think we're good on that.
All right, so let's talk about Thursday. We had the live eviction episode. A lot of stuff happened in this episode.
Yeah.
A lot of close and ends, and then new beginnings.
Yeah. So first off, we have. We didn't mention Paul's security detail coming into play in Wednesday, but we'll start with that on Thursday. Okay. So Paul's security detail, he has to pat people down and shit, and he's fucking hilarious.
He was even doing it more in the eviction.
Yeah, I mean, he was even doing it during the eviction, and I saw I saw on the feeds he was running around, and he was patting people down for whatever, and then he picks this little white thing up.
Yeah.
He's like, oh! What's this?
What's this?
No, that's not mine. A likely story. And he runs to the next person and does the same fucking thing. It's just hilarious. Just Paul playing to the part. I just thought that he did a great job, and I know production was really thankful for him too for doing that. Apparently, I heard someone tweet about that or something. I don't know. Yeah. Not like some house guests. Paulie. Whoa, who said that, huh? Speaking of Paulie, his punishment was he had to bake some American pies.
Yeah, he had to bake a lot of pie, and
tell us a little bit about that, Chris.
Well, let's talk about the pies. So every time Zingbot sings the Zingbot national anthem, he has to make some pie. And he got really pissed off because he didn't want to do it. He was really upset and emotional about it.
Mm-hmm. Like, it made him feel a certain type of way type thing. And,
like, not good.
Like, type thing. Yeah, not good type thing. And, like, in the episode, he was just like... Well, I don't want to jump ahead too much, but, like, in the episode when he was, like, outside and was like, no, I'm not fucking doing it. Like, they show him do it once, and then they show him outside. I think this was Wednesday they show him doing it. And then on Thursday, he's outside, and they're fucking like, no, I'm not fucking doing it. I'm working out. So he has to go inside. I remember watching this on the feeds, actually. Paulie was just like, no, I'm not baking the fucking not cake. I'm baking the fucking pie. Everyone in the house just, like, giving him looks like, Paulie, bro, like, you all right, buddy? He's just like, no, I just want to work out. Right,
so annoying.
I know, he's just a fucking idiot. Like when you play Big Brother, you have to respect the game.
Just respect it, yeah.
If you get a punishment, just do the fucking punishment. Corey actually had to talk to him, and on the feeds, like, he was really good about it. It's like, Paulie, listen, like, you got to do what you got to do. I understand you're upset, but, you know, you gotta, when you play a game like this is what you fucking sign up for, basically. So, you know, Corey talked some sense into him, and he ended up baking the pie, so everything was Gucci.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I mean, it seems like Corey's talking Corey's talking...
Sense into Paul.
Yeah, sense into Paulie.
Paulie, oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm getting confused now.
So,
I mean, it's like... I mean, I just don't understand Paulie's mentality with that. I don't know. I mean, I guess it is what it is. Okay, so... Eviction episode. Paulie tries to make his plea around the house, obviously. Apparently he's trying to play the sympathy card, which I don't know why he thinks he can play the sympathy card at this point.
I think he realized, like, he realized that he was going to get bad at it or something like that, and maybe last-ditch effort, try to get some sympathy
I mean, I guess that's possible. I don't know. There's just no sympathy there, honestly. Although... Paulie and Corey, I do like their friendship. It's a very legitimate friendship. That I do like about Paulie at the very least. You're rolling your eyes. Why, you don't like it? Talk.
I mean,
speak.
I think Paulie's just playing everyone, though.
He's not playing Corey. They're boys.
I don't know. Maybe. I guess.
I mean, like, he's not the root of all evil. Like,
what do you guys think? Like, comment, and subscribe to the pod.
If you like Paulie, like, comment, and subscribe.
Dislike.
Kidding. Just kidding.
Dislike if you hate Paulie.
Like if you hate Paulie. Dislike if you hate Paulie.
And then he makes out with Michelle. It was like too much. And when you're in the Big Brother house, you get 30 seconds to plead your case. That's bullshit.
Yeah, that was so
What the fuck? They're gonna make an exception for Paulie? Fuck that. No.
Like, he's 16th on Jokers for a reason.
Oh, he's Cody's brother. We have to give him more than 30 seconds. Alison Gronder, what the fuck?
It's a fucking California.
Alison Gronder, get your shit together, girl.
I mean, listen, if it was Cody, I'd get it. I like Cody. Like, you know, Cody's a cool guy. Like, we both met Cody before.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking thing. Oh my god. Yeah, we both met Cody before, and Cody's really a chill guy.
I met Paulie. Paulie's pretty chill too. I thought Paulie was gonna be way more different than Cody in the game. I mean,
he's gonna like, it's like what Jeff Schroeder says after day 40 in the house. You just go fucking crazy. And honestly, ever since day 40, Paulie has went from like number 5 to number 16. Yeah. So I think that pretty much explains the whole fucking thing right there. But you know, you just gotta know when to, just gotta know what to say and when to say it. And Paulie hasn't been doing that. All right, enough Paulie fucking rants. Let's talk a little bit about the how the votes went.
So apparently Paulie was supposed to vote for Paul to stay, and he decided to go back on it. And Paul votes out Paulie, and the votes are 5-0. Mm-hmm. Thank God, unanimous.
Woo!
I feel like it's so ironic that the unanimous votes this season are the ones that Paulie was trying to get out. Like, he was trying to get out Tiffany, unanimous vote. Try to get out Frank, unanimous vote.
And then you try to get out, and then he gets out, unanimous vote.
Yeah,
I guess
it's out perfectly. Anyways, so let's talk about the round trip ticket. So Paulie doesn't get it, so the round trip ticket is obviously voided.
Yeah, so it's a fucking dud, just like we always said it was going to be.
But don't worry, they surprised us with something even better, because the 5 jury members are going to go compete to get back into the game.
No! Fuck you, Big Brother!
Fuck? I would have much rather have Paulie get the round trip ticket than a buyback.
I mean, no, I wouldn't have.
Really?
No, fuck Paulie. But okay, listen.
I
like,
hate it.
We already had a buyback. Why do you need 2 buybacks?
Yeah.
What if Victor gets evicted and he comes right back in again? Is that fair? It's not fair. I mean, listen. Yeah, obviously he worked for it the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
And I love Victor, but like him getting back twice, no.
I will make a prediction. I feel like the person that leaves this week will probably get back into the game. That's just my prediction.
I'm gonna bet on Bridget.
I would like Bridget to come back in too, to work with Natalie.
Love you guys.
So we found out that Paul had the round trip ticket the whole entire time, but it makes sense.
It isn't surprising because he was the first one. He's the first one in there, and I've been saying this for weeks. I was like, okay, either production rigged it to someone or it's Paul because he was the first one in there.
Yeah.
You guys can look back and check on what I said about that. I probably said that. I don't remember. I at least I thought about it.
Can we talk about when Zakiya goes into the jury house and Days
look, girl.
When Paulie doesn't use the veto on Zakiya and Days just like,
girl.
So many gifs on Twitter of that. So,
girl.
All right, so we do find out that we are going to be getting a buyback. Unfortunately,
yeah. So it's going to be between Devon, Zakiya, Bridget, Paulie, and the next evicted house guest. Which, spoiler alert, looking like it might be Paul or Victor. I'm not. You can tell I'm not excited about it, but
anyways, that's kind of just spoiling the life. But we're going into that now.
I'm just doing.
All right, so that was pretty much the 2-episode recap. Let's get on with live feed and spoilers.
All right, so let's start off with the HOH. The winner of the HOH was
Natalie. But hold on,
wait.
We have a
co-HOH because of the care package.
And we find out Michelle gets it.
Boo!
It only took a whole week.
Boo! I wanted Victor.
She should have got it last week.
Well, I don't know. But I think production rigged it.
Yeah. So let's just dive right into that because Natalie and Michelle, their job as HOH is to each put up one person up for eviction.
And for those of you that don't know what happened before the HOH competition, Jadalee, as in James and Natalie, and Nicole and Corey, in case you guys don't know the lingo by now,
yeah,
I'm sure you do. They agreed not to go after each other.
Okay, I get Natalie, kind of, because Natalie was thinking, okay, Paul and Victor are a duo, Nicole and Corey are a duo. Paul and Victor, best social game, best competitors, best strategists.
Well,
Nicole and Corey, they suck. They're low on jokers, and they're not liked by anyone. Everybody wants them out.
But no, that's why they're not going after them, because they think they are liked by jokers.
Nicole and Corey?
Yeah, because Nicole won the care package last week. Because they're retarded. Because the Nicole fans were like,
they had to
I
do
love
that.
Nicole. Well, I just did that voice.
So Nicole, Corey, Natalie, and James, they want to be a 4-person alliance.
It's going to be a fucking...
Correct. A 4-person alliance with 2 duos.
Yeah, so hello, Big Brother 13 again.
Yeah.
With fucking Jeff and Jordan and Rachel and Brendan.
I'm getting a little 13 in here.
Yeah, we're getting a little 13 action in here with the vet showmances fucking taking it to the end.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about Michelle now, because you said that Michelle was on board getting Paul and Victor on the block.
Is.
And I can talk about that.
Okay, so like after she won the co-HOH, Natalie just went upstairs with Michelle, and she just said, like, listen, Michelle, like, Paul's playing the best game right now. He's talked a lot of shit about everyone in the house in the past few weeks. And Michelle's like, oh yeah, you're so right. Paul's like the biggest liar in the house. Nicole never lied to me once, and I'm like, what? I'm like, when didn't she lie to you?
Right, like the whole game.
Like the whole game.
Did you not know the Fatal 5?
I just can't anymore, So, Michelle and Natalie.
Hopefully,
to be honest with you, it's not bad for Natalie's game.
Not bad for Natalie's game, but Michelle's game. That's the thing that we need to talk about, because Michelle's game, she's I think it's better that she gets rid of Nicole or Corey, one of the two.
In my personal opinion, I'm going back to Natalie. Natalie and James should not have won HOH this week. There are 3 duos left in the house, so they were going to take a shot. Including themselves. Yeah. So whoever won HOH was obviously going to take a shot at one of the 2 duos.
Right.
And then my guess is that next week what's going to happen is Nicole or Corey are going to win, even though they have this fake deal.
Yeah.
They're not going to put them up. Like, you can bounce checks in the Big Brother house.
Well, maybe Natalie thought that she could easily influence Corey because Corey thought he was with the guys, and
Corey doesn't like Natalie at all.
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
So Corey or Nicole or Paul or Victor, whichever one of the 2 stays, are going to win HOH, and they're going to put up probably James and Natalie. Yeah. Because they'll be the...
And Paul and Victor, they warn Natalie and James. They're going to say whatever they want to keep themselves safe.
Yeah, so honestly, Natalie and James should not have won HOH this week. It should have been... honestly, Nicole or Corey winning would have been better for their games, because now they don't backstab. Then they wouldn't have had to backstab Paul and Victor, so their jury votes wouldn't have been so skewed.
Yeah.
For one thing. So, let's say Nicole and Corey won, they would have went after Victor and Paul anyway. Right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Or if Michelle won, she would have went after...
Nicole and Corey.
Yeah, unless talked out of it. And then Victor would have won co-HOH. Mm-hmm. So, just saying, guys. And if Michelle won co-HOH with Nicole or Corey as HOH...
Yeah, one of them is still go.
Yeah.
Put the other one up.
So it's like an interesting turn of events. I just think it's all bullshit, honestly, but... I like Paul and Victor a lot, but, it is what it is. It is a game. People are saying Natalie made a bad move. Listen, no matter what she did this week, it would have been a bad move. There's no way she was getting out of this HOH unscathed. No way. It was impossible. No matter who she went after, they would have went after her next time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, it's... And what I don't understand... you fucking showed up again. What I don't understand the most is why Michelle is taking... why Michelle's doing this too. Sorry, guys. I don't know what the fuck you decided to do there. I don't understand why Michelle's doing what she's doing. Why do you think Michelle's doing this?
I have no idea.
Now, Chris is a Michelle apologist. Like on the car ride here, I was telling Chris...
I like Michelle. I like her.
I was telling Chris about what Michelle was going to do, and he was like, no.
It doesn't make sense. It's not good in her intentions for one of those 2 to leave, because they're not going after her.
It's not good for her game. So, Paul and Victor... Well, one of them's going to leave, so...
If nominations are Paul and Victor... Well, there's 3 people voting this week.
Yep.
So, one of them wins veto.
Nicole and Corey control that if they're off the block, though.
They're not both going to be off the block.
Nicole and Corey?
If Paul or Victor win...
Oh, yeah, if they win
veto. Yeah, because she's championing up James.
We still don't have the noms up yet, but we're expecting it to be Paul and Victor.
And worst case scenario, there is a lot of campaigning, so if either Paul or Victor win the veto, take themselves off, Nicole and Corey, one of them's going up.
Yep.
And James could still flip to get one of them out.
Yeah, he could.
He still can flip. I don't know if he would.
I don't know.
But he's going to have to risk him. He has to win the HOH next week if he votes out either Paul or Victor.
And breaking news on Jokers, Victor is officially ahead of Natalie. So America is not liking this move. Just saying.
I don't know.
All right, so I guess we'll end it there. All right. It's an unfortunate way to end, but it is what it is.
So this has been Reality Room Podcast with Paul and Chris.
Episode 32, guys. And until next time,
peace. See you guys.